Andorra is a landlocked Western European country in the Pyrenees Mountains. It borders two other countries, which are France and Spain. The flag of Andorra is made up of 3 vertical stripes of blue, yellow, and red, with the nation's coat of arms in the center. The capital and largest city in Andorra is Andorra la Vella, which means Andorra the Old, and has a population of over 19,000 people. The country has an area of 290 square miles, or 468 square kilometers, and a population of over 85,000 people. The nation is a co-principality of princes who are the bishop of a town in Spain and the president of France. Andorra has a purchasing power parity GDP of $3.327 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $49,900. Armenia is a landlocked country in the Caucasus Mountains. It borders 4 other countries, which are Turkey, Iran, Georgia, and Azerbaijan. The flag of Armenia is made up of 3 horizontal stripes of red, blue, and orange. The capital and largest city in the nation is Yerevan, with a population of over 1 million people. The country has an area of 975 square miles, or 1,570 square kilometers, and a population of over 3 million people. Armenian is the official language, which is spoken by 97.9% of the nation. Armenia has a purchasing power parity GDP of $37.31 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $12,600. Australia is a country in Oceania, which makes up the entire mainland of the Australian continent. The flag of Australia is made up of a blue field with 5 stars representing the Southern Cross on the right, as well as a Union Jack and a star called the Commonwealth Star on the left of the flag. The capital of the nation is Canberra, and the largest city is Sydney. The country has an area of 4,810,171 square miles, or 7,741,220 square kilometers, and a population of over 25 million people. Australia is the world's driest inhabited continent, and the only continent to not have any glaciers. The most common language is English, which is spoken by 72.7% of the population. Australia has a purchasing power parity GDP of $1,250,900,000,000, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $48,700. The Bahamas are an island nation in the Caribbean. The flag of the Bahamas is made up of 3 horizontal stripes of blue and yellow, with a black triangle on the left side. The capital and largest city in the country is Nassau, and has a population of over 200,000 people. The Bahamas have an area of 8,624 square miles, or 13,880 square kilometers, and have a population of over 352,000 people. The official language of the country is English. The Bahamas have a purchasing power parity GDP of $12.1 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $30,800. Bahrain is an island country in the Middle East. The capital and largest city in the nation is Manama, which contains approximately 1/5 of the country's population. The flag of Bahrain is made up of a white band separated from a red area by a jagged edge. Bahrain gained independence from the UK on August 15th, 1971. The nation has a population of over 1.5 million people, making it the 154th most populous country in the world. It has an area of 472 square miles, or 760 square kilometers, making it the 187th largest country in the world, as well as the 3rd smallest nation in Asia. The official language of Bahrain is Arabic. The main religion in the country is Islam, with over 73% of the population being Muslim. Bahrain has a GDP of over $69 billion. Barbados is an island nation in the Caribbean. The flag of Barbados is a tricolor of blue and yellow with a symbol of a broken trident in the center. The capital and largest city is Bridgetown, which has a population of 89,000 people. The nation has an area of 267 square miles, or 430 square kilometers. Barbados has a population of over 301,000 people. The country spends 0.9% of its GDP on its military. Barbados celebrates its Independence Day on November 30th. Agriculture takes up 32.6% of the nation's land. Barbados has a GDP of $3.7 billion and a GDP per capita of $12,900. Bhutan is a landlocked country in South Asia. It borders India and China. The flag of Bhutan is divided diagonally between yellow and orange with a white dragon holding 4 jewels in the middle. The capital and largest city is Thimphu, which has a population of over 114,000 people. The nation has a population of over 857,000, making it the 164th most populous country in the world. Buddhism is the most common religion in Bhutan, with over 75% of the population being part of that faith. Bhutan is located in the Himalayan mountains. The country has a GDP of $8.42 billion. Brazil is a country in South America. It is bordered by 9 other countries, which are Argentina, Bolivia, Guyana, Paraguay, Colombia, Peru, Venezuela, Uruguay, and Suriname. The flag of Brazil is made up of a green field with a yellow rhombus, with a blue circle which contains a starry sky and the national motto. The nation's capital is Brasilia, and the largest city is Sao Paulo, which has a population of over 12 million people. The country has an area of 5,291,454 square miles, or 8,515,770 square kilometers, and a population of over 213 million people. The official language of the nation is Portuguese. Brazil has a purchasing power parity GDP of $2,989,430,000,000, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $14,100. Burkina Faso is a country in Western Africa. It borders 6 other nations, which are Ghana, Togo, Mali, Niger, Benin, and Cote d'Ivoire. Its flag is made up of 2 stripes of red and green with a yellow star in the middle. Burkina Faso has over 21 million people and is the 59th most populous country in the world. The capital, which is also the largest city, is Ouagadougou, which has a population of over 2 million people. The nation's landlocked is 170,379 square miles, or 274 square kilometers. The biggest use of land is agriculture, which takes 44% of the land. The majority of Burkina Faso's population is Muslim. Muslim. 63.2% of the people belong to that faith. Burundi is a landlocked country in Central Africa. It borders 3 other countries, which are Rwanda, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and Tanzania. The flag of Burundi is made up of 4 sections of red and green separated by a white diagonal cross, with a white circle containing 3 red 6-sided stars, with green outlines in the middle. Gitega is the nation's political capital, whereas Bujumbura is the commercial capital. The country has an area of 17,292 square miles, or 27,830 square kilometers, and a population of over 12 million people. 73.3% of the nation's land is used for agriculture. Burundi has a purchasing power parity GDP of $8.69 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $700. Comoros is an island nation in the Indian Ocean, off the coast of southern Africa. The flag of Comoros is made up of 4 horizontal stripes of yellow, white, red, and blue, with a green triangle on the left which contains a crescent moon and 4 stars stacked vertically. The capital and largest city in the country is Moroni, which has a population of over 74,000 people. The nation has an area of 1,388 square miles, or 2,235 square kilometers, and a population of over 864,000 people. Sunni Islam is the nation's official religion, which makes up 98% of the population. Comoros has a purchasing power parity GDP of $2.73 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $3,100. Costa Rica is a country in Central America. It borders 2 countries, which are Panama and Nicaragua. The flag of Costa Rica is made up of red, white, and blue stripes, with the nation's coat of arms on the left. The capital and largest city in the country is San Jose, which has a population of over 1 million people. Costa Rica has an area of 31,752 square miles, or 51,100 square kilometers, and a population of over 5 million people. Spanish is the official language in the nation. Forests make up a little over half of the country's land. Costa Rica has a GDP of $100.25 billion, and a GDP per capita of $19,700. Cote d'Ivoire, also known as the Ivory Coast, is a country in West Africa. It borders 5 other countries, which are Burkina Faso, Ghana, Guinea, Liberia, and Mali. The flag of Cote d'Ivoire is made up of 3 vertical stripes of orange, white, and green. The largest city in the nation is Abidjan, which has a population of over 4 million people. The country has an area of 200,369 square miles, or 322,463 square kilometers, and a population of over 28 million people. The official language of the nation is French. Cote d'Ivoire has a purchasing power parity GDP of $136.48 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $5,200. El Salvador is a country in Central America. It borders 2 countries, which are Guatemala and Honduras. The nation's capital and largest city is San Salvador, which has a population of over 316,000 people. The flag of El Salvador is made up of 3 horizontal stripes of blue and white, with the nation's coat of arms in the center. The coat of arms contains a smaller version of the flag. El Salvador has a population of over 6.5 million people, ranking it 109th in the world. It is an area of 13,074 square miles, or 21,041 square kilometers, ranking it 153rd in the world. The official language of the nation is Spanish. The biggest use of land is agriculture, which takes up 74.7% of the country. El Salvador has a GDP of $52.26 billion, and a GDP per capita of $8,100. Fiji is an island nation in the Pacific Ocean. The flag of Fiji is made up of a cyan field with the Union Jack in the upper left corner, and the nation's coat of arms on the right. The capital and largest city in Fiji is Suva, which has a population of over 185,000 people. The country has an area of 11,354 square miles, or 18,274 square kilometers, and a population of over 939,000 people. A little over half the nation is urban. 55.7% of the nation's land is made up of forestry. Fiji has a GDP of $9.86 billion, and a GDP per capita of $11,000. Guinea is a country in West Africa. It borders 6 other countries, which are Cote d'Ivoire, Guinea-Bissau, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Mali, and Senegal. The flag of Guinea is made up of 3 vertical stripes of red, yellow, and green, which are the Pan-African colors. The capital and largest city in the nation is Conakry. The country has an area of 152,768 square miles, or 245,857 square kilometers, and a population of over 12 million people. French is the official language, though about 40 languages are spoken. Islam is the majority religion, making up 89.1% of the nation. Guinea has a purchasing power parity GDP of $35.08 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $2,700. Haiti is an island nation in the Caribbean. It borders the Dominican Republic, which is the other country on the island of Hispaniola. The flag of Haiti is made up of 2 horizontal stripes of blue and red, with the country's coat of arms in the middle. The capital and largest city in the nation is Port-au-Prince. Haiti has a population of over 11 million people, ranking it 82nd in the world. The nation has an area of 17,243 square miles, or 27,750 square kilometers. The country has a mountainous landscape. French and Haitian Creole are the official languages in the nation. Haiti has a GDP of $31.62 billion, and a GDP per capita of $2,800. Hungary is a country in Central Europe. It borders 7 countries, which are Austria, Slovakia, Ukraine, Romania, Croatia, Serbia, and Slovenia. The flag of Hungary is made up of horizontal stripes of red, white, and green. The official language of the nation is Hungarian, which is spoken by 99.6% of the country. Hungary has a population of over 9 million people, making it the 93rd most populous country in the world. It has an area of 57,804 square miles, or 93,028 square kilometers, ranking it 110th in the world. Hungary's capital and largest city is Budapest, which has a population of over 1 million people. The country has a GDP of $302.32 billion. Kazakhstan is a country in Central Asia. It's bordered by Russia, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, and China. It has an area of 1,693,174 square miles, or 2,724,900 square kilometers, making Kazakhstan the 10th largest country in the world. The nation's flag is made up of a blue background with a golden sun and eagle, as well as an ornamental pattern on the side of the flag. Kazakhstan has a population of over 19 million people, making it the 64th most populous nation in the world. The country's largest city is Almaty, with a population of a little under 2 million people. The capital of Kazakhstan is Nur-Sultan, which was formerly known as Astana. The nation has a GDP of $475 billion. Kazakhstan is the largest landlocked country in the world. Kenya is a country in the east of Africa. It borders 5 different countries, which are Somalia, South Sudan, Ethiopia, Tanzania, and Uganda. The flag of Kenya is made up of black, red, white, and green stripes with a shield and spears in the middle. The country is named after Mount Kenya, which is the nation's highest point at 17,057 feet, or 5,199 meters. Kenya has a population of over 54,000 people, making it the 27th most populous country in the world. The majority of Kenya's population is Christian, with 85.5% of the people being part of that faith. Agriculture dominates the Kenyan economy, with approximately 75% of the population working in that industry, most of which is on small farms. The capital of Kenya is Nairobi, which has a population of over 4 million people and is located in Nairobi County. The nation gained independence from the British Empire on December 12, 1963. Kenya uses the Kenyan shilling for currency. Kiribati is an island nation in the Pacific Ocean. The top half of the flag of Kiribati is red with a yellow sun and a yellow frigate bird. The bottom half is made up of 3 white wavy stripes and 3 blue wavy stripes. The capital and largest city in the nation is South Tarawa, which has a population of over 63,000 people. The country is an area of 503 square miles, or 811 square kilometers, and a population of just over 113,000 people. Agriculture takes up 42% of the nation's land. Kiribati has a purchasing power parity GDP of $270 million, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $2,300. Kyrgyzstan is a landlocked country in Central Asia. It borders 4 other countries, which are Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Kazakhstan, and China. The flag of Kyrgyzstan is made up of a red field with a yellow sun, which contains a depiction of the top of a yurt in the center. The capital and largest city in the nation is Bishkek, which has a population of over 1 million people. The country is an area of 124,243 square miles, or 199,951 square kilometers, and a population of over 6 million people. Kyrgyz and Russian are the official languages of the nation. Kyrgyzstan has a purchasing power parity GDP of $31.02 billion, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $4,700. Laos is a landlocked country in Southeast Asia. It borders 5 countries, which are Cambodia, Myanmar, China, Vietnam, and Thailand. The flag of Laos is made up of 3 stripes, which are red and blue with a white disc in the center. The capital and largest city in Laos is Vientiane, which has a population of over 693,000 people. The nation has a population of over 7.5 million people, ranking it 101st in the world. Laos has an area of 147,140 square miles, or 236,800 square kilometers, ranking it 84th in the world. Lao is the official language of Laos, and the main religion in the country is Buddhism, which makes up 64.7% of the population. Forests make up 67.9% of the nation's land. Laos has a GDP of $56.79 billion, and a GDP per capita of $7,800. Lesotho is a landlocked country in southern Africa. It is completely surrounded by South Africa. The flag of Lesotho is made up of 3 horizontal stripes of blue, white, and green, with a black symbol representing a hat in the center. The capital and largest city in Lesotho is Maseru, which has a population of over 330,000 people. The country has an area of 18,861 square miles, or 30,355 square kilometers, and a population of over 2 million people. 76.1% of the nation's land is used for agriculture. Lesotho has a GDP of $4.88 billion, and a GDP per capita of $2,300. Libya is a country in northern Africa. It borders 6 countries, which are Tunisia, Algeria, Chad, Sudan, Egypt, and Niger. The flag of Libya is made up of 3 horizontal stripes of red, black, and green, with a crescent moon and star in the center. The capital and largest city in the nation is Tripoli. Libya has an area of 1,093,327 square miles, or 1,759,540 square kilometers, ranking it 18th in the world. The country has a population of over 7 million people, ranking it 105th in the world. The official language in Libya is Arabic, and the official religion is Islam. Most of the population lives along the coast on the Mediterranean. Libya has a GDP of $70.65 billion, and a GDP per capita of $10,300. Liechtenstein is a double landlocked country in Central Europe. It borders 2 countries, which are Switzerland and Austria. The flag of Liechtenstein is made up of 2 horizontal stripes of blue and red, with a crown in the upper left. The capital of Liechtenstein is Vaduz. The nation has a population of over 39,000 people, 67% of which are immigrants, and an area of 99 square miles, or 160 square kilometers. The official language of Liechtenstein is German, which is spoken by 91.5% of the nation. 43.1% of the country's land is made up of forests. Liechtenstein has a GDP of $4.978 billion, and a GDP per capita of $139,100. Malta is a southern European island nation in the Mediterranean Sea. The flag of Malta is divided vertically between white and red with the St. George Cross in a quarter. The capital of the country is Valletta, and the largest city is St. Paul's Bay, which has a population of over 31,000 people. Malta has 2 official languages, which are Maltese, which is spoken by 90% of the population, and English, which is spoken by 6% of the people. The official religion of the country is Roman Catholicism, which makes up more than 90% of Malta. The nation has a population of over 460,000 100,000 people, ranking the country 174th in the world. It has an area of 196 square miles, or 316 square kilometers. 94.8% of the population of Malta is urban. Malta has a GDP of $20.6 billion and a GDP per capita of $39,200. The Federated States of Micronesia is an island nation in the Pacific Ocean. The flag of Micronesia is made up of a light blue field, 4 white stars arranged in the middle of the flag. The capital of the country is Palikar, and the largest city is Weno, located in Chuuk, which is the most populous state in the country. The nation has an area of 436 square miles, or 702 square kilometers, and a population of over 101,000 people. The country's official language is English, and Roman Catholicism makes up a majority of the nation, with 54.7% of the population. Massive discs of stone, known as ray stones, have been traditionally used as a form of money on Yap Island. Micronesia has a purchasing power parity GDP of $390 million, and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $3,500. Monaco is a city-state in Western Europe. The only other country it borders is France. The flag of Monaco is made up of 2 red and white stripes. It is almost the same as the Indonesian flag. Also, the flag of Poland is very similar, just if the colors reverse. Monaco has a population of a bit over 38,000 people. The country has an area of 2 square kilometers, making it the second smallest country in the world. French is the official language of the nation. Roman Catholicism is the official religion, which makes up 90% of the population. Monaco has a GDP of $7.672 billion and a GDP per capita of $115,700. Mongolia is a landlocked country in northern Asia. It borders 2 countries, which are Russia and China. The flag of Mongolia is made up of 3 vertical stripes of red and blue, with the Soyombo symbol on the left. The capital and largest city in Mongolia is Ulaanbaatar, which has a population of over 1 million people. Mongolian is the official language, which is spoken by 90% of the nation. Buddhism is the most common religion, taking up 51.7% of the population. 73% of the land is used for agriculture. The country has an area of 971,896 square miles, or 1,564,116 square kilometers, ranking it 20th in the world. Mongolia has a population of over 3 million people, ranking it 134th in the world, as well as the least densely populated independent nation. Mongolia has a GDP of $37.6 billion and a GDP per capita of $11,500. Myanmar, formerly Burma, is a country in Southeast Asia. The nation borders 5 other countries, which are Bangladesh, China, India, Thailand, and Laos. The flag of Myanmar is made up of 3 horizontal stripes of yellow, green, and red, with a white star in the center. The capital of the country is Naypyidaw, and the largest city is Yangon, which has a population of over 4 million people. Myanmar is an area of 420,406 square miles, or 676,578 square kilometers. The country has a population of over 57 million people, ranking it 25th in the world. Myanmar has a GDP of $247.24 billion and a GDP per capita of $4,500. Nauru is an island nation in the Pacific Ocean. The flag of Nauru is made up of a blue field, divided by a thin horizontal yellow stripe in the middle, with a white 12-pointed star on the left of the flag. Yaran is the de facto capital of the nation. Tedigo Motu is the largest city with a population of a little under 2,000 people. The country has an area of 13 square miles, or 21 square kilometers, making it the 3rd smallest country in the world. The only widely recognized countries which are smaller are Monaco and Vatican City. It has a population of over 9,000 people. Nauru has a purchasing power parity GDP of $150 million and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $13,500. Niger is a landlocked country in Western Africa. It borders 7 other countries, which are Nigeria, Mali, Libya, Chad, Burkina Faso, Benin, and Algeria. The flag of Niger is made up of 3 horizontal stripes of orange, white, and green, with an orange circle in the middle. The flag is a unique 6:7 ratio. The capital and largest city in the nation is Niamey. The country has a population of over 23 million people. Islam is the main religion in the nation, which makes up 99.3% of the population, and the official language is French. Agriculture takes up 35.1% of the country's land. Niger has a purchasing power parity GDP of $28.97 billion and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $1,200. The Republic of North Macedonia is a landlocked country in Southeast Europe. It borders either 4 or 5 countries, depending on if you recognize Kosovo as a country. The rest are Serbia, Albania, Greece, and Bulgaria. The flag of North Macedonia is made up of a yellow sun with 8 yellow rays on a red background. The capital and largest city in the nation is Skopje, which has a population of 512,000 people. North Macedonia has an area of 15,977 square miles, or 25,713 square kilometers. The country has a population of over 2 million people. Macedonian is the official language and makes up 66.5% of the nation. The most common religion is Christianity, which makes up 65% of the population. North Macedonia has a GDP of $33 billion and a GDP per capita of $15,800. Pakistan is a country in South Asia. It borders 4 other countries, which are Afghanistan, China, India, and Iran. The flag of Pakistan is made up of a dark green field which contains a white star and crescent moon, as well as a vertical white stripe on the left side. The nation's capital is Islamabad, and the largest city is Karachi, which has a population of over 14 million people. The country has an area of 244,670 square miles, or 796,095 square kilometers, and a population of over 238 million people. Islam is the official religion of the nation, which makes up 96.5% of the population. Pakistan has a purchasing power parity GDP of $1,021,130,000,000 and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $4,600. Palau is an island nation in the Pacific Ocean. The flag of Palau is made up of light blue field with a yellow circle slightly to the left side. The capital of the country is Ngurumo, and the largest city is Koror. The country has an area of 285 square miles, or 459 square kilometers. The nation has a population of 21,613 people. Palauan is the most widely spoken language in the country, which makes up 65.2% of the population. Palau has a purchasing power parity GDP of $320 million and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $17,600. Qatar is a country in the Middle East. Its only land border is Saudi Arabia. The flag of Qatar is made up of a white band separated from maroon by a jagged edge. The flag is very similar to the flag of Bahrain. The capital and largest city in Qatar is Doha, which has a population of over 500,000 people. The nation is located on the Persian Gulf and has an area of 7,199 square miles, or 11,586 square kilometers, making it the 164th largest country in the world. The population of Qatar is over 2 million people and ranks the country 143rd in the world. Arabic is the official language of the nation, and Islam is the main religion in the country, with 65% of the population being part of that faith. Qatar has a GDP of $245.66 billion. Rwanda is a landlocked country in sub-Saharan Africa. It borders 4 nations, which are Burundi, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Tanzania, and Uganda. The flag of Rwanda is made up of 3 horizontal stripes of blue, yellow, and green, with a yellow image of the sun on the blue top stripe, which is also thicker than the others. The capital and largest city in Rwanda is Kigali, which has a population of over 800,000 people. The nation has an area of 16,365 square miles, or 26,338 square kilometers. It has a population of just under 13 million people. 74.5% of the nation's land is used for agriculture. Rwanda has a GDP of $27.18 billion and a GDP per capita of $2,100. Slovakia is a landlocked country in Central Europe. It borders 5 other countries, which are Ukraine, Austria, Czechia or the Czech Republic, Hungary, and Poland. The flag of Slovakia is made up of 3 stripes of white, blue, and red, with the nation's coat of arms on the left side. The capital and largest city in Slovakia is Bratislava, which has a population of over 400,000 people. The nation has an area of 30,468 square miles, or 48,035 square kilometers, and a population of over 5 million people. The country's official language is Slovak, which is spoken by 78.6% of the nation. Roman Catholics are the majority in Slovakia, making up 62% of the population. The nation has a GDP of $165.57 billion and a GDP per capita of $30,300. Somalia is a country in East Africa. It borders 3 internationally recognized countries, which are Djibouti, Ethiopia, and Kenya, as well as the unrecognized Republic of Somaliland. The flag of Somalia is made up of a blue field with a white star in the middle. The capital and largest city in the nation is Mogadishu, which has a population of over 1 million people. From 1991 to 2012, Somalia had no official national government. The country has a desert climate. The nation has an area of 396,221 square miles, or 637,657 square kilometers, and a population of over 12 million people. Sunni Islam is the official religion in Somalia. Somalia has a purchasing power parity GDP of $13.19 billion and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $800. South Sudan is a landlocked country in East Central Africa. It borders 6 other countries, which are the Central African Republic, Uganda, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Sudan, Ethiopia, and Kenya. The flag of South Sudan is made up of 5 stripes of black, white, red, and green, with a blue triangle on the left, which contains a yellow star. The capital and largest city in the nation is Juba. South Sudan is the world's newest country, gaining independence on July 9th, 2011. The official language of the country is English, and the main religion is Christianity, which makes up 60.5% of the population. The nation has an area of 400,367 square miles, or 644,329 square kilometers, and a population of just under 11 million people. South Sudan has a purchasing power parity GDP of $20.01 billion and a purchasing power parity GDP per capita of $1,600. Sudan is a country in Northeast Africa. It borders 7 countries, which are the Central African Republic, Egypt, Chad, South Sudan, Libya, Ethiopia, and Eritrea. The flag of Sudan is made up of 3 stripes of red, white, and black with a green triangle on the left. The nation's capital is Khartoum. The country has a population of over 46 million people, ranking it 31st in the world. It has an area of 1,156,672 square miles, or 1,861,484 square kilometers. Arabic and English are the official languages of the country. Sudan has a GDP of $176.4 billion and a GDP per capita of $4,000. Suriname is a country in South America that is bordered by 3 countries, which are Brazil, Guyana, and France, because of French Guiana. The flag of Suriname is made up of 5 horizontal stripes of green, white, and red with a yellow star in the middle. The capital and largest city in the nation is Paramaribo, which has a population of over 240,000 people. The country has an area of 101,793 square miles, or 163,820 square kilometers, and a population of over 614,000 people. The official language of Suriname is Dutch, which makes it the only Dutch-speaking country in South America. Suriname has a GDP of $9.46 billion and and a GDP per capita of $16,100. Turkmenistan is a landlocked country in Central Asia. The nation borders 4 other countries, which are Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Afghanistan, and Iran. The flag of Turkmenistan is made up of a green field with a white crescent moon and 5 stars, as well as a carpet design on the left side. Ashgabat is the capital and largest city in the country. Turkmenistan is an area of 303,291 square miles, or 488,100 square kilometers, and a population of over 5.5 million people. Turkmen is the official language, which is spoken by 72% of the nation, and Islam is the main religion, making up 93% of the population. Turkmenistan has a GDP of $92.33 billion and GDP per capita of $15,500. Uganda is a landlocked country in Eastern Africa. The nation borders 5 other countries, which are Rwanda, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Kenya, South Sudan, and Tanzania. The flag of Uganda is made up of 6 stripes of black, yellow, and red, with a gray-crowned crane in the center. The capital and largest city is Kampala, which has a population of over 1.5 million people. Uganda has an area of 149,774 square miles, or 241,038 square kilometers, ranking it 81st in the world. The country has a population of over 44 million people, ranking it 33rd in the world. 71.2% of the nation's land is used for agriculture. Uganda has a GDP of $99.61 billion, and a GDP per capita of $2,200. The United Arab Emirates is a country in the Middle East made up of 7 different emirates. It borders both Saudi Arabia and Oman, as well as Qatar and Iran by sea. The official language of the UAE is Arabic. The nation has a population of over 9.8 million people, making it the 92nd most populated country in the world. 87.9% of the population is made up of immigrants to the country. The largest city in the UAE is Dubai, which is the capital of the Emirate of Dubai and has a population of over 3 million, whereas the capital of the nation is Abu Dhabi. Islam is the majority religion, making up 76% of the population. The United Arab Emirates is a little bit bigger than South Carolina in area. 87.3% of the country's population is urban. The nation has a desert climate. In the east of the UAE, there are mountains which have cooler temperatures than the rest of the country. Uruguay is a country in the continent of South America. It borders 2 countries, which are Brazil and Argentina. It has a population of over 3.3 million, making it the 132nd most populous country in the world. The flag of Uruguay is made up of 9 stripes of white and blue with white canton, which features a depiction of the sun. The official language of the nation is Spanish. 87.2% of the land is used for agriculture. The nation's capital is Montevideo, which is also the largest city in Uruguay. The majority religion in the nation is Christianity, with 54% of the population being part of that faith, the majority of those being Catholic. Uruguay has a warm temperate climate. The country has a GDP of $75 billion. Uruguay has the highest amount of cattle per capita, with 3.8 per person. Uzbekistan is a landlocked country in Central Asia. It borders 5 other countries, which are Afghanistan, Turkmenistan, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and Tajikistan. The capital and largest city in the nation is Tashkent, which has a population of over 2.5 million people. The flag of Uzbekistan is made up of 5 horizontal stripes of blue, red, white, and green, with a crescent moon and 12 stars in the upper right of the flag. The country has an area of 278,001 square miles, or 447,400 square kilometers, and a population of over 30.5 million people. Uzbekistan has a GDP of $239.42 billion, and a GDP per capita of $7,000. Venezuela is a country in South America. It borders 3 countries, which are Colombia, Brazil, and Guyana. The flag of Venezuela is made up of 3 stripes of yellow, blue, and red, with a curve of 8 stars in the middle. The capital and largest city in the nation is Caracas. The country has an area of 566,721 square miles, or 912,050 square kilometers, ranking it 34th in the world. Venezuela has a population of over 29 million people, ranking it 50th in the world. Spanish is the official language of the nation, and Christianity is the most common religion, making up 98% of the population. The country has a GDP of $269 billion, and a GDP per capita of $7,704. Zambia is a landlocked country in southern Africa. It borders 8 countries, which are Zimbabwe, Tanzania, Namibia, Mozambique, Malawi, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Botswana, and Angola. The capital and largest city in Zambia is Lusaka, which has a population of over 1 million people. The nation has an area of 467,655 square miles, or 752,618 square kilometers, and a population of over 19 million people. Christianity makes up 95.5% of the country. Forests make up 66.3% of the land. Zambia has a GDP of $60.12 billion, and a GDP per capita of $3,300.